Hello everybody on the internet watching, and the playoffs are finally here. We have two games in a doubleheader tonight, which is what a doubleheader is, I guess, as the Hamilton Rollers take on the Kingston Gators here in Kingston in this win and in, out and you're done playoff round. The Kingston Gators 8-2, the Hamilton Rollers 6-4. And it looks like the Hamilton Rollers have won the opening coin toss. Kyle Borger to kick it to the Gators, who will get first possession. And it's come down to this. The last time these two teams met, the Rollers absolutely dominated Kingston to give them one of their only two losses of the regular season. Dalton Minismall at the goal line to return the ball up the middle, and he gets a face full of Emmett Bonkrite. And the Gators will begin their first possession just in front of the 20 at the 23. Starting for the first time in almost 2 weeks, it's Graham Howard with Kelly Ollie-Jawova starting running back. These two have been put on the bench as it's a play action pass over the middle and almost intercepted. Nate Arnett on close man coverage. But yeah, ever since the Gators clinched the divisional championship in their game against the Beavers in Week 8, they benched both starting running back Kelly Ollie-Jawova and Graham Howard. But now, with the playoffs looming, here they are on 2nd and 10. Gators at their full strength on offense. Handoff to Ollie-Jawova up the middle. He's only able to get 3 yards. The Gators getting to the 25. They'll have a 3rd and 5 play ahead of them. The Gators with a very unique offense in the TNFL, running almost exclusively out of the shotgun. Split backs here for Graham Howard. 3rd and 7. Good pocket. Throws it deep. Pete Moss has separation at the 20, and the Gators on the 3rd play of the game score a touchdown to go up 6. And that is not a good sign when this early, with everybody at full strength, that Pete Moss is getting that much separation on the cornerback. And Kingston going wild that they're up early in this playoff game. That was a 74-yard touchdown pass for Graham Howard as Henry Buckwald gets ready to kick the extra point. And the kick is good. Now, one thing we saw Kingston bust out against the Toronto Trash Pandas in Week 10 of the regular season, the last regular season game, they played a lot with wide receiver and halfback screens, and they kind of went disastrously because of how the AI in this game is programmed, and the Kingston Gators GM assured me that that nonsense was put to a close. And I've also been told that the Gators are using all the data they collected in their in the last quarter of the season when they were really experimenting with the playbook, seeing if unused stuff was actually good or not. And they brought to the table a greatest hits of the Gators regular season, all their money plays. Gary Goodlord in the end zone is going to be stopped at the 14. What a play there by number 10. That was Henry Buckwald, the kicker. What? Wow. Or no, that was Henry Buckwald sorry, the camera change there was disorientating. Instead of focusing on the actual tackle, the camera snapped back to the kicker all the way back, and I lost my bearings there. Jeff Forshot's first snap of the playoff game. He's got a great pocket here, throws a short pass, but it's incomplete. Tracy Charger covering Camilo Pailoni quite quickly. That would have been a 10-yard completion on a slant route, but jarred loose by the tackle. Second and 10. A twin tight end I formation. Handoff to Booker Triton Jr. up the right side, and that's stopped for 2 yards by Season 1 Defensive Player of the Year, Ronnie Smashmouth, that left outside linebacker. And those Booker Triton Jr. runs up the side have been a ticking time bomb. Like, if they work and the Rollers get all their blocks as their 3rd and 8 here, play action pass, looking for separation, trying to get it to Camilo Pailoni, and he catches it past Tracy Charger. He's at the 30. A missed tackle, he's at the 20, and the Rollers on their 3rd play of the game throw a touchdown. And I promised fireworks in this over here division matchup, and I think that this game is going to deliver. Tracy Charger leaping up high to try and get that pass out of Camilo Pailoni's reach, but that perfectly placed over-the-shoulder catch gives Pyloni another touchdown on this season, and pending a Kyle Borger extra point, we'll be all tied up here with only a minute and a half of game having passed us by. Kick is good. And with 7-7, with both teams scoring on long streak touchdowns. That one was 84 yards. The Gators one was around 73, 75 yards. And Kyle Borger with the kick. So this is exactly how the Gators at Rollers game early in the season played out. It was an absolute offensive shootout, and it went to basically last possession here as Dalton Mini-Small gets it all the way to the 35. Makes a man miss to get an extra couple yards there. A great play. Of course, in that last game against the Rollers, where the Rollers absolutely stomped the Gators into the ground, the only scores the Gators got were 2 kickoff return touchdowns by Dalton Mini-Small, as Howard's in the shotgun beside Ollie Jawova. Ollie Jawova handoff, gets about 6 yards. Charging up the middle. And again, these runs out of the shotgun, the Gators really gambled on it about halfway through the season, and they never looked back. Again, that iconic Gators shotgun game plan, getting 6 yards on the run, 2nd and 4. Graham Howard, good in the pocket, throws it to a wheel route to Ollie Jawova, but he's double covered. Gerald Skygrave and Jeremy Owl batting the ball away, and that'll bring up a 3rd and medium small for the Gators. Gators at their 42-yard line. So they could run the ball here, but we'll see with Graham Howard. With Ollie Jawova beside him, Howard will throw it, throws it over the middle, and that looked like Pete Moss couldn't get his hands on it. Bit out of position, and that will bring up a 4th down for the Gators. And this really does feel like a game that you have to score on every possession, because it seems that either team can really just throw a long bomb and just go for the win. Ziggy side smash for the first punt of the game. So if the Rollers can score off this next possession, that'll be huge for their momentum. Side smash attempting to coffin the ball. And I think this will be slightly in front of the 20. And by slightly in front, I mean at the 31. So attempting to go for that coffin, hits it a bit off the inside of his foot. That thing goes sailing way left than he intends. Rollers ball at the 31. Their last possession. A 3rd down streak pass as they hand it off to Garrett Rinser, who gets it to the 35 for a good gain. And both of these teams with very similar strategies, but different formations to use it. Both teams love settling on the run until they're ready to test their defenses deep with streaks and deep post routes. And here we go, Jeff Forshot trying to throw at Mark Maskinson, getting to him. Booker Trayton Jr. double covered. And Jeff Forshot appears to have injured his arm on the play. No! No! The starting quarterback for the Rollers, who has avoided injury for the most part this whole season, now replaced by former Knitters quarterback Roger Goddamn. That is heart-wrenching. The Rollers 3rd and 7 as Goddamn looks to throw, and Tracy Charger defends the pass. Intended for Camilo Pyloni on a corner route, and that's 4th down Rollers. So Jeff Forshot did get injured for a significant amount of time in Season 1. However, he did return and recover in time to be the Shitbirds quarterback in the playoffs. As Dalton Mini-Small muffs the catch. And he has to fall on the ball at the 18. A very rare mishap there from the rookie kick and punt returner. And the Gators not very happy about that. So we'll hopefully get a injury report from Jeff Forshot. Graham Howard in the shotgun at the 18-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Gators. And off to Ollie Jawova, who finds a great cutback lane. A 5-yard gain nearly to the 25. Sort of zigzagged through the middle of the field, dodging incoming tacklers. And you think a guy that much shaped like a meatball wouldn't be able to do that, but picks up a 5-yard gain to the 24. As Ollie Jawova once again stands in the shotgun beside Howard. It's a play action. Howard pump fake, but he's in trouble. He gets sent to the ground. Drew Badford, the former Gator, forcing an incompletion. And if Graham Howard had thrown that ball a half second later, that would have been a sack. 3rd and 5 for the Gators. Howard beside Ollie Jawova for this play. Howard looking to throw. Throws it to a check down, but well defended to Gerald Skygrave. Gerald Skygrave defending the pass intended for that looked like Kaylee Mirando on a flat route. So good protection of the flats there for the Rollers. 4th and 5 punt for Ziggy Side Smash. He shanked his last punt. We'll see what he does here. This punt, dead straight, a line drive. Gary Goodlord at the 24 to receive it. He'll go down the middle of the field, and he'll get a stiff tackle from Kaylee Mirando past the 35. So the Rollers with good field position on this drive. And it looks like it's still Roger Goddamn out. No, Jeff Forshot is back, so very minor injury, perhaps a stinger, so crisis avoided, as it's a Garrett Rinser no-gain run as it stopped. So, Roger Goddamn only having to take 2 snaps. Jeff Forshot checked out, he's fine, he injured his arm on the tackle. And that may affect his throwing hand. 2nd and 9 for the Rollers under pressure. 1-on-1 with Booker. And Calvin Madman defends the pass. Booker Trayton Jr. has gotten so many yards this season off of that particular corner route. And Calvin Madman, the free safety, hanging over him like a tree. Batting away the ball. 3rd and 9 for Jeff Forshot. The Rollers love going long on these situations. It's a quick pass, and Camilo Pailoni drops the ball. It was in the tips of his fingers. Tracy Charger wasn't even defending him, and Pailoni couldn't catch the slightly overthrown ball, and that would have been for a 1st down. And Dash Oiler is out to punt from their 40. So the first 2 possessions of the game for both the teams' first possessions, I should say, a touchdown streak on 3rd down for a touchdown. We're tied at 7-7. These past couple possessions ending, oh my god, as Mini Small shakes a tackle, but gets sent down at around the 22-23. Yeah, both teams scoring a gigantic long touchdown on their 3rd downs, but since then, it's been a deadlock. 1st and 10 for the Gators. 3 minutes, 6 seconds left in the 1st quarter. Normal setup here for the Gators. 5th plunger on the move. Ollie Jawova handoff. Gets about 3 yards on the run. Drew Badford stopping Ollie Jawova. They're going to call it a gain of 4 as the Gators get to their 28-yard line. Ollie Jawova offset on the weak side. And it'll be a play-action pass. Graham Howard, a great pocket, throws it deep. This time for Travis Payne, but the ball is overthrown. Good work there by Gerald Skygrave, defending the ball nonetheless, but even if Payne had his hands on it, that ball would have been out of bounds. So 3rd down, Kingston. And we really have gotten into a defensive deadlock. So the Gators really doing a run-on-first, pass-on-second playbook here. And Ollie Jawova on the offset formation once again for this 3rd down conversion. Travis Payne to the other side of the formation. Oh, a quick pass. It was quickly intended for Pete Moss, but once again, Gerald Skygrave doing amazing work batting away the quick pass. And that's 4th down, Gators. So the Gators punting from their 28. Even a reasonable return from Gary Goodlord here downfield will give the Rollers once again great field position. The Gators last possession forced them to a 3-and-out. Goodlord at the 20 and tries to get around Martin Fennick. He'll get an extra 10 yards because of Fennick's inability to tackle him. So the Rollers will get the ball at, let's say, the 35. It's only a matter of time before those streak routes bear their heads once again. Jeff Forshaw with an empty set. August Half-Price, play action, and he's sacked! On the nickelback blitz, Chase Supperton brings down Jeff Forshaw, and that's going to be a big sack with Forshaw having dropped back quite a ways to facilitate that play action pass. A 7-yard sack. They've been pushed all the way to the 29. 2nd and 17 for the Rollers. And play action pass and ball overthrown, intended for Camilo Pailoni, defended by, looked like Lloyd Marshall. And that'll bring up a 3rd and very long for the Rollers, and this is possibly where they are most deadly, because honestly, they threw it deep on 3rd down anyways, but they're on a twin tight end set. A twin tight end I formation set. There's a fullback there. Very not 3rd and long set here, but we'll see what they do. And goddamn is rushed down, heavy pressure from the Gators, and he can't throw in time. Incomplete. The ball came out of his hands, but it went dead in the middle of the field where nobody was. So that'll be another Rollers punt. So both teams getting haymakers out early, but a defensive deadlock has set in as this first quarter has now slowed to a crawl. Dalton Mini-Small at the 24. Doesn't get very far. He gets to the 35 before he's tackled down by Reno Pearson. You know, we saw the August Half-Price play action. I said that was a guy to look forward to on the Rollers offense, but we haven't really seen him make a lot of plays so far. Play action pass, Graham Howard rolling out of the pocket, and Biff Plunger picks up a first down on the flood. Crossing across the field, gets away from the close protection of Nate Arnett. And in Week 10 action, the Rollers against the Hellcats, the Rollers' tight man coverage was absolutely suffocating. The Hellcats could not do anything. But the Gators here handing it off to Ollie Jawova, who gets about 4 or 5 yards on the run up the middle. But that was great work there. Great placement by Graham Howard. Biff Plunger reaching out from coverage to pick up the ball. The ball placed where only the wide receiver could get it. Amazing play there for a first down. Graham Howard now 2nd and 5. 20 seconds left in the first. In an I formation. Stepping back to throw. Throws it to the corner. And oh my God. At the 35 is Pete Moss jumping up in double coverage. As we end the first quarter, the Kingston Gators charging down the field against the Rollers. We're tied up 7-7 in this playoff game. Win, and you're into the Totally Normal Bowl. Lose, and you can kiss your season goodbye. Gators first down at the 36 of the Rollers. Howard setting a receiver in motion. It's a handoff to Ollie Jawova, who sweeps across the field, but only going to get 2 yards on that one. Stopped by Walter Kiteflyer, the outside linebacker. And I really think we're going to have to see Walter Kiteflyer really step it up this game against the running game. We've seen a lot of good blocks from the offensive line of the Gators so far to get these runs to getting those 5 yards. And I think if Walter Kiteflyer can do more of that this game, they can limit Ollie Jawova's damage. Howard, passing, throws it over, gets it to Travis Payne. I think he's going to be... Oh, did he hold on to it? Gerald Skygrave tackled him. I don't think Travis Payne was able to hold it. We'll see where the refs spot it. No, he wasn't able to hold on to it to a great tackle there from the Rollers defense, and it's 3rd and 8 now. The Gators barely in field goal range. Howard going to throw, throws it, picks it up to Pete Moss at the 20 for a first down. And that jump height, and Gerald Skygrave, who got mossed there, I guess, by Pete Moss, injured his arm, so that's the second arm injury the Rollers have suffered, and Gerald Skygrave, well, he did great in the preseason. The Rollers having a lot of high hopes for him. He's been fine at cornerback. He's been a great defensive player. He's made a lot of plays already this game. But that loss is going to be felt on the secondary. Hopefully it's nothing major as the Gators at the 20 in the I formation. Play action. Graham Howard has to throw it. Double covered once again. Moss pirouetting above, but wasn't able to catch it. Good pressure there from the Rollers, trying to get to Graham Howard before the damage was done. Strained bicep out for the game on that jumping defense. So the Rollers secondary taking a large hit there as Graham Howard once again rolls out of the pocket, and it's caught by the tight ends. Nick Hatchback, the veteran Gator, on the corner route, leaps above Walter Kiteflyer and snatches in the 6-pointer. So a great offensive drive there from the Gators. They chipped away. And when we thought the Rollers had them stopped on 3rd down, we had some magnificent catches from Pete Moss, and now from Pete Moss, Travis Payne nearly got a great play there, and Nick Hatchback throwing the dagger in the drive, and Henry Buchwald to kick the extra point. And the kick is good, and the Gators go up 7. They lead 14-7 here in the second quarter. Pete Moss and Nick Hatchback with touchdowns for the Gators, and Jeff Forshot with 1 passing touchdown with Camilo Piloni. So if the Gators continue their defensive stands, they might keep this 7-point lead going into the half. We'll see how the Rollers adapt on the fly before we get to halftime. Gary Goodlord making an excellent return almost all the way to the 45. If he was slightly faster, he might have been gone. He had an amazing lane through the center of the field to the right sideline. And I feel like that's how we've seen Justin Threadbare and Dalton Minismall score kick return touchdowns all season long. Jeff Forshot, empty formation here on 1st down. They are at their 43-yard line. It's a play-action pass. Looking deep to Booker Trayton Jr. He catches it at the 20. Lloyd Marshall tackling him at the 10. So I think this is going to be the big key. Of course, they call it the Wonder Boy offense for a reason. Booker Trayton Jr. getting a great separation there on Lloyd Marshall. And now it is up to the Rollers to get it done in the red zone to tie this thing back up. Jeff Forshot, that was his only 2nd completed pass of the day. This Gators pass defense being amazing. Up the middle is Garrett Rinser. A 6-yard run, perhaps a 7, depending on how far he was able to stretch out the ball after the tackle. Great dive up the middle by the running back. Yes, the ball spotted at the 4. That's going to be a 6-yard run. Incredible work there is Jeff Forshot. No tight end. Garrett Rinser behind him. It's another Garrett Rinser handoff, and that's a touchdown. They were in a formation that totally read passing play, but Garrett Rinser only needs his 1 block at that close, and yeah, Calvin Madman too late to tackle him, and the Rollers add a rushing touchdown to their passing touchdown on the 3-yarder. Kyle Borger to kick the extra point. Leave it to a big play for the Wonder Kid to even up this game once again. And it looks like the Gators have put Lloyd Marshall on Booker Trayton Jr., which seems like a little bit of a mistake. You'd think it would be Tracy Charger against him, but I guess the Gators have elected to put Tracy Charger against Camilo Piloni, who, to be fair, has made quite a number of good defenses against Camilo Piloni. But I feel like if you put Booker against anyone in this league, he can get separation on him. He's just that good. Thunderous kick. Dalton Minismall about 2 yards into his end zone. Will run it up the middle. He doesn't have a lot of blockers, and he's going to get swarmed at the 20. So great kick, great special teams work by the Rollers. And Gators ball at their own 21. Game is tied up as we're about halfway through. No, we're at halfway through the second quarter. I formation here for the Gators. This smells of running plays. Biff Plunger on the move. It's going to be a handoff to Ollie Jawova up the middle. A big 7-yard gain. Ollie Jawova running up the weak side of the field. Kelly Ollie Jawova was the #1 running back for the New York Knitters. They were taken to... the Gators signed him after the Knitters dissolved after Season 1 ended. And now he's making a name for himself on this team. We'll see if that good tackle by, that's Braden Cringe, stopped that run for a first down. Ollie Jawova once again running through the middle. But he might have been stopped short of a first down. And yes, oh my god, you cannot get closer. All the Gators have to do is run forward a pixel for a first down. And they're going to play action, the greed. And Pete Moss steps out of coverage and catches it at the 40 for a first down. Very greedy play from the Gators that could have completely backfired. But Pete Moss, making multiple great first down catches this game, adds another one to his CV. He's 4 for 108 yards and a touchdown today. Gators at the 41. Hand off to Ollie Jawova, but he can't find a good hole as Braden Cringe gets him down. And yeah, a lot of stress is going to be put on this linebacker core of the Rollers. That's Reno Pearson, Braden Cringe, and Walter Kiteflyer. They're going to have to work 24/7 to stop Kelly Ollie Jawova and co. And of course, they also have David Fizzlebeath and Nathan Sittler at the ready. It's going to be play action. Graham rolling out of the pocket, throws it, can't quite get it to... Who was that? That was tight end #2 that looked like Benjamin Despines, number 86. Second-year Gator. Couldn't quite get out of the coverage. That'll be a third down for the Gators. This time they have to get 8 yards, so a bit of a distance here. Graham Howard in a little bit of trouble. Interception! What a catch out of the throw. So Graham Howard threw it to the sidelines, but he was hit at the very end of the pass. And Jacob Wayover, sliding in like a rock star, catches the ball mere millimeters above the grass before it was declared dead. What a huge turnover that may prove game-changing with the score this close. The Rollers getting the ball at the Gators' 32-yard line with 2 minutes and 53 seconds to play in the first half. The 4-shot throws it deep to Booker Trenton Jr. and he gets it through Kelvin Madman to the 3. And Kelvin Madman had defended that pass once before, but not this time. A perfectly thrown rainbow right over that big tree we're talking about. And now it is Rollers' ball at the Gators' 4. Last time they were this close, they punch it in with a Garrett Rinser inside run. We'll see how the Gators respond on this goal line stand. 4-shot to throw. Throws it to the outside, and nobody is there to block Miles Gundart for the touchdown. And the Rollers go ahead 6 here in the final moments of the first half, sorry. So the interception, the throw out of the sack that was picked up by Jacob Wayover, the backup linebacker. Holy cow, what a game changer. And now the Gators, this Gators crowd just got a lot quieter, I'll tell you that. 2 minutes, 25 seconds left in the half. His knees leaving skid marks on the turf as he went for that. That was incredible. Kick here from Kyle Borger. Dalton Mini-Small at the 1. And he'll return it. And he'll get shoved down just past the 50 as no one picked up. And Dalton Mini-Small appears to have injured his elbow after that tackle from Jack Batson. And that is a huge loss for the Gators. Dalton Mini-Small being one of the best kick punt returners in the league. Right, of course, Justin Threadbare in #1, easily second place to most people. Now Howard with split backs for this 1st and 10 try. Lots of pass protection, throwing it over the middle. Dip plunger, getting it to the 40 for a Gators first down. Quick slant there. Works out. Dip plunger getting inside the coverage. Picks up the ball, and now we hit the 2-minute warning. The Gators, statistically this season, have had the second best 2-minute offense in the league. Strained elbow out for the game. A sprained elbow for Dalton Mini-Small. So it will be Kaylee Mirando heading up punt and kick returns for the remainder of the game. Graham Howard in the shotgun, has to throw it, gets it to Pete Moss, 1 yard short of a first down at the 50. Gators hurrying to the line. Howard once again to throw, throws it up, gets it to Pete Moss at the 30 as that looked like Carter Amen break struggling to bring him down. Gators into enemy territory at the 38. Benjamin Despines in motion. Howard throwing it. Holy crap, that pass to Albert Presale. His first of the game. Gators at the 20. And the Gators are moving. Another throw by Howard. It is quick, and that's overthrown. But Hamilton with a defensive pass interference call by Braden Cringe. And that one is very debatable. We've seen a lot of really sussy defensive pass interference calls in this league. I can think of one specific one that will get Stouts fans incredibly upset. But the Gators first down at the 8. Hand off to Kelly Olejawova, and he gets great lead blocking for a touchdown. Holy crap. And I was saying that the Gators have the second best 2-minute offense in the league. And we're seeing the magic happen there. Of course, the refs helping the Gators out on that one. And Henry Buchwald with the extra point to tie this game up. And the kick is good. We have a tie game once again here in Kingston. 21-21. A minute 15 left in the half. Again, it is do or die for both of these teams. It is the playoffs. The regular season is done. And the Normal Bowl awaits the winner of this contest. The Gators never made it to the postseason in Season 1. And the Rollers are looking to get to the Normal Bowl in their first ever season. The Gators Season 1 record 3-4. Their only wins coming against their sweep of the New York Knitters and one game off of the Toronto Trash Pandas, who would go on to win the Normal Bowl that year. Good Lord, running it down. He picks up some amazing blocks, gets tackled at around the 32 by Dan Danson. 2-minute offense time for the Hamilton Rollers. And I was saying that the Gators were number 2 in 2-minute offense. Viewers at home, please guess who's number 1 in the league at 2-minute offense. It's Jeff Forshaw in the shotgun for this try. He's got great pocket, throws it deep for Khalid Swim Lanes, but it's almost overthrown to Dan Danson as he runs Swim Lanes' route. But can't quite catch it. That could have been easily intercepted there by the strong safety. Again, the Rollers with the highest amount of points scored overall this season, beating even the San Francisco Shitbirds. Garrett Rinser behind for this no tight end throw. Jeff Forshaw throwing it deep to Booker Trayton Jr. And Calvin Madman, who's been his nemesis all game long, tips it away. Calvin Madman, the veteran safety, played Season 1 for the Stouts. Found himself on the Gators in the offseason, and he's been fantastic as the leader of the backfield. Jeff Forshaw, 3rd and 10, 59 seconds left in the half. Forshaw looking to go deep, and has to throw out of the sack. Throws to a double. Colin Swiftlanes comes up with it at the 30, double covered by Madman and Lloyd. Oh my God, Mark Maskinson was about to sack Forshaw, and Forshaw was able to jump out, roll the ball deep, and keep the Rollers' drive alive. Incredible work. Jay McDiggle in the tackle box. Booker Trayton Jr. outside run. And Kelvin Madman continues to be his nemesis. It'll be for a first down. The Rollers using their second timeout. But those Booker Trayton Jr. outside runs are pure magic, kid. The Rollers 15 yards away from going ahead. 49 seconds paused on the clock. Four shot, which is Rincer behind. He'll go to throw. Gets Booker overthrown. At the very least, the Rollers are in field goal distance easily. They will get the ball back for the second half, having won the opening coin toss. So even if they come up with only 3 points, they can make it a 2-score lead should they go back-to-back to begin the second half. Khalid Swimlane's on the move. Garrett Rincer beside Jeff Forshaw in the 2nd and 10. And Forshaw throws it to Booker, but again overthrown and actually almost intercepted there by Chase Supperton. That'll bring up a third down for the Rollers. Miles Gundark, Garrett Rincer, and Camilo Pailoni with touchdowns already this game. Who will get the Rollers' fourth should they score here on this? Gators only send 3. It's up for Camilo Pailoni, but it's tipped away by Tracy Charger. Fourth down, Rollers. Camilo Pailoni almost catching his second touchdown of the game. The Rollers will elect to go for the go-ahead field goal. Easy 32-yarder here for Kyle Borger. And the kick is good. So Dalton Mini-Small, the kick punt returner of the Gators, out for the game, potentially the season, with that injury. So it'll be Kaylee Mirando, the kick punt returner for the Wyoming Janitors, who will be playing later tonight at 8 p.m. out in the backfield. No, excuse me, sorry, that is David Fizzlebeef, the kick punt returner of Season 1. So they've elected to go on with Fizzlebeef instead of Rando. First and 10 for the Gators, 29 seconds left in the half. So we'll see if the Gators can snap off a field goal to tie it up. They have the time to do so, and they have all 3 of their timeouts. And it's a false start there from one of the linesmen. Now, with the commentary off, we're unable to see who it was, but that was definitely a false start on Kingston, and they'll be pushed back to... where were we? Okay, they'll be pushed back to the 23. It'll be 1st and 15 for Graham Howard and co. Graham Howard throws it up and gets Pete Moss on the comeback to almost the 35. Timeout Kingston. 25 seconds left on the clock in the first half. Again, do or die. Winner goes to the Normal Bowl. Loser is a loser and doesn't get to do that. Howard in the shotgun once again. Steps back. Rollers blitz, and it's intercepted! Another turnover by Graham Howard. This time it was a simple throw to Pete Moss, who had been beating the secondary all game long, but Carter Amenbrake finally able to snag one from the rookie wide receiver, and now the Rollers in a position to put 2 scores on the board. A 2-score lead, I should say. 4 shot. Looking to go deep. He's got a hook open. It's tipped away, but it doesn't matter. August Halfprice picks up the tipped ball. It was tipped by one of the defensive linemen of the Gators, but it was like a stone across the pond into the hands of August Halfprice. What a catch. As we get 9 seconds left on the clock, I think the Rollers are using their final timeouts of the half in order to kick a field goal. Two interceptions for the Rollers. And Kyle Borger kicks it fair and true as the Rollers extend their lead to 6 as they lead 27-21. So we'll see if I smell a squib kick coming here from Kyle Borger. The AI loves squib kicking when there's less than 10 seconds left. So we'll see if David Fizzlebeef can run out of bounds in time, or worst case scenario here, this ball goes out of bounds. But Kyle Borger's pretty good. Yep, it is a squib kick right down the middle, and it's into the hands of David Fizzlebeef. And he gets tackled down, and the ball is loose! Ball is loose, and the Rollers have it! He's at the 20! It's the kicker! Kyle Borger scored his first touchdown! I don't believe it! The kicker, ladies and gentlemen, and everyone in between watching, has just scored a touchdown in the TNFL. Wow. Kyle Borger with the fumble recovery touchdown. And this lead just got huge from the Rollers. The extra point is good, and just like that, the Rollers lead 13-34 to 21. And the Rollers get the ball back. What a huge momentum shift. First it started with the Graham Howard underthrow. Carter a men break with the interception. And then David Fizzlebeef forced fumble. And now Gary Goodlord past the 30 gets tackled down. And now the Gators defense now has to play on overdrive. And all the Rollers have to do is keep doing their thing. Waste time. Keep getting first downs. Trundle along. And I guess Jeff Forshot getting rid of the ball under pressure. Although it was right to Callie Swimlane's feet. So perhaps not getting the ball out in time as he was hurried on that throw by the Gators rush. 2nd and 10 for the Rollers. They're at their 32-yard line. Jeff Forshot in the shotgun beside Garrett Rinsart. He'll look for somebody open. Gators getting to him. Tipped away. It's again by Kelvin Madman. And this is exactly what the Gators need to do against the Rollers. The Rollers love doing that Hail Mary pass, especially on 2nd down. And if the Gators can pressure Jeff, into throwing early, they'll ensure that Trayton Jr. can't get enough separation. Gators sending only 4, throwing it across, and behind the sticks throw caught by Camila Piloni will not be good enough as he's tackled down behind the first down line. 4th down, Rollers. It's a 3-and-out. We'll see what Dash Euler does here. Perhaps he'll kick it straight ahead. He is close enough to try Coffin. And yes, he'll try to Coffin it on the left side of the field. Haley Miranda waving for the fair catch as it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. Gators ball at the 20. Graham Howard has thrown 2 interceptions in his last 2 drives. But now we've entered the second half. He's had an ability to talk with his coaches, talk with his teammates, get fired up. As they're currently down 13 points. Handoff to Ollie Jawova down the middle for a 7-yard gain. Another normal set here from the Gators. Ollie Jawova once again with the handoff, and he's going to be short of a first down. Good tackle there by Reno Pearson, who's, again, like that linebacker core of the Rollers is going to have to work overtime against this running game of the Gators. And it will be a first down. So the Gators, fresh set of downs at the 30. Split backs for Graham Howard. David Fizzlebeef in for Kelly Ollie Jawova. And it will be a play-action pass, and not fooled is Drew Badford as he gets a big sack on Graham Howard. And yeah, the Drew Badford on the mega blitz there, he just was not going to turn from tackling Graham Howard. That's an 8-yard sack. Holy moly. That is the downside, of course, from running from the shotgun all the time. As if you do get tackled behind the line of scrimmage, it's usually for a lot. Big pass here for the Gators. They get it to open space. Pete Moss gets it past the 30 once again. That'll bring up a 3rd and medium for the Gators as they hope to keep this drive alive, as this game is starting to slip away from them. They need to make it to the 40 for a first down. They are at the 32. We'll see what Howard does here. Rollers send 4, and Drew Bedford tackled out, and that's another interception. Walter Kite Flyer, who I said has to step up this game. I meant in the running game, but that's 2 times now a linebacker has caught an interception out of a sack, and this is what is going to win the Rollers this game. They are getting pressure on Howard, and Graham Howard thinks he can just throw it away, and the Rollers just so well spotted there. Look where he's going to throw it to, and they're there. Play action pass, and Jeff Forshot sacked. David Rains, the right end, getting a big sack here against Jeff Forshot. It'll be 2nd and 15. The Rollers pushed all the way to their 40. Just outside of field goal range now. Booker Trayton Jr. counter run on the outside. Stopped for a loss of 1 by Ted McMangers. That'll bring up a 3rd and long from the Rollers. Again, this is the same formation they used last time they were 3rd and long. This twin tight end I form. Play action pass to Booker. They throw it to Camilo Piloni. Overthrown. Lloyd Marshall batting it away. Camilo Piloni on a streak. And I think the Rollers are outside of field goal distance after both that sack and that tackle for loss. Yes, it is Dash Euler punting from their opponent's 40. So the Kingston Gators keep the 13-point lead. Wow, a high snap there for Dash Euler as he just elects to punt a touchback. Kaylee Miranda waving for the fair catch as it bounces out the back of the end zone. So the Gators with another possession. Their defense bailed them out of that last turnover, but Graham Howard already with 3 interceptions this game. That is a high for him this season. Howard, play action pass, and Drew Badford once again is on to these rollouts of the Gators. Just nobody blocking Drew Badford. He just sees these rollouts coming, and the Gators are now behind the 15-yard line. A 16, you wish it was a 16-yard. Another 6-yard sack for Drew Badford as Howard stands with split backs in the backfield. He has to, again, an incomplete pass. Drew Badford is having the game of his career today. And the Gators 3rd and long deep on their side of the field at the 15. At the 14, the Gators 3 and 8, and this Rollers pressure has been insane. We'll see how many the Rollers send. They seem to be in a coverage package. The Rollers send 5. It's Biff Plunger on to the 29, but he'll be a yard short. The Gators fans pleading for the team to go for it, but this is incredibly risky. And Ziggy Sides match faking the, not faking, you wish you were faking the punt. Going for the punt here. So they'll punt it back. The Rollers currently lead 13 points, 34-21, with 2 minutes 13 to play in the 3rd quarter. And the Rollers stop behind their 30-yard line. They're at the 23, I should say. So again, all the Rollers need to do, get first downs, get yardage. And they can sit on this 13-point lead as long as their defense keeps doing what they're doing, forcing turnovers against the Gators. Drew Badford again having amazing pass rushing. Pump fake tipped away by Ted McMajors. There were 2 receivers open on the left side of the field there, but Ted, standing like a lamppost, gets in the way. 2nd and 10 for the Rollers. Elite swim lane's on the move. It streaks all around, and Tracy Charger nearly intercepting that ball. I believe intended for Camilo Piloni. Third down for the Rollers. They're only 2 for 8 on third downs. And they're in that third down formation. Pass it off. It's caught by Piloni at the 45 for a first down. That's a big play there. Again, the Rollers using all 3 of their downs. Burning up the clock. This is exactly what they need to do to get to the normal bowl. A minute 35 and counting left in the third quarter. A 4-shot in trouble. The Gators said 5, but Khalid swim lanes with a big catch over the 45 of the Gators, and the Rollers are into enemy territory. His first down. What an incredible catch there from Khalid. Jeff 4-shot, 9 for 25. 251 yards thrown with 2 touchdowns. And he is making it happen here on this drive. It's a handoff, and this will go for 7, 8, 9 yards. As Garrett Rentzer powers through the line, and the Gators are starting to buckle under the pressure. Jeff 4-shot in the shotgun beside Garrett Rentzer for the second down try. 22 seconds left in the half. Gators converging around him. Booker catches the touchdown. And this is starting to be Hamilton's normal bowl, as they've now increased the lead to 19. Al Borger kicks it good, and they increase the lead to 20. So the Gators now down 3 scores. And they're going to need a miracle here with only 17 seconds left in the third. They will only have 8 minutes of game to play. And they're going to need to work overdrive. And the Rollers seem to have dialed in their offense against the Gators' defense. David Fizzlebeef 2 yards into his own end zone. Returns the ball up the middle. Gets it to the 25. David Fizzlebeef was only one of 2 kick punt returners in Season 1 to ever return a kick for a touchdown. The first one was the first ever play by Kaylee Mirando, who was also playing for the Gators today. Great catch there from Travis Payne at the 45 on the corner route. As we now hit the end of the third quarter, the Kingston Gators down 20 points. The Hamilton Rollers leading 41-21. And of course, the big story of the game right now, Graham Howard, 3 interceptions thrown. However, he has completed 50% of his passes today. Howard throwing, throws it over the middle, gets it to Benjamin Despines for a 4-yard completion at the 49. So the Gators will be in full-on pass mode. Graham Howard is going to need a lot of confidence here. Again, you can't let those previous interceptions shake you up. You got to have confidence in yourself, confidence in the people you're throwing to get open. And just like that, Pete Moss at the 35. Pete Moss in a 1-on-1 against Henry Chortle. And I think that is a matchup Pete Moss is going to win every time. So good read there by Graham Howard, spotting out the mismatch and throwing it to the open receiver. 1st and 10 at the 33 of the Rollers. Graham Howard trying to maneuver the pocket, but David Rains continues to have the game of his career. With how much is on the line for the Rollers, David Rains has just done so much for protecting this lead, and he gets another big sack, this one for 6 yards. Split backs for Howard as he throws it to the wheel route. It's caught out of bounds. The referee ruling Ollie Jawova's left foot was on the chalk. That'll bring up a third down for the Gators. A field goal here will bring it down to a 2-score game, but that's assuming both touchdowns go for 2-point conversions. 3rd and 16 for the Gators. Benjamin Despine's in motion. Throwing it up, and Travis Payne gets held up, and that will be defensive pass interference on Kite Flyer. The second defensive pass interference call there. That one you could at least actually see what happened there that time. So that was probably the least egregious call in the TNFL for defensive pass interference. The Gators get the ball at the 23 with a fresh set of downs. 6:18 left on the clock. The Gators need 3 touchdowns to go ahead. The handoff to Ollie Jawova up the middle. He has trouble cutting through the center of the field, but he'll still get it done for 6 yards. You gotta wonder, can the Gators afford running plays at this moment? Because every time you do a running play, every time you see the AI go into the huddle, that gets rid of around 40 seconds. Play action pass, Graham Howard rolling out of the pocket, looking for someone open in the end zone. Benjamin Despine's trying to get his hands on it. But great coverage once again there by the Rollers, who probably have, just seeing the performance against the Hellcats, you could easily say they are one of the best man coverage teams in the league. And even someone as big as Benjamin Despine is unable to bully the pass out of it. 3rd and 4 now for the Gators, stepping back in the pocket. The Rollers only sending 3, but Howard on the comeback, and it's Albert Presale for the touchdown on the in routes. That was amazing work, so not a lot of pressure by the Rollers on that, curiously enough. And look at that, Nick Hatchback actually ran into Landon Chuckbuff. And, that could be offensive pass interference. Honestly, if this were the modern NFL, but the game's letting it slide. A 17-yard touchdown pass, and the Gators attempt to come back in this game. Henry Buchwald with the extra kick. The lead once again reduced. Rollers lead 13 here in the 4th quarter. It's a playoff game. The winner goes to the second Totally Normal Bowl, and the loser goes home in shame. The Rollers, a brand new franchise this season. The Gators not making it to the playoffs, losing a win and in the regular season against the Seattle Stoats, with the best record in the league in the regular season. They were 8-2 this season. The Rollers 6-4. And of course the Rollers annihilated the Gators in their last meetup. And while I wouldn't say this game is an annihilation, but a 13-point lead definitely signifies that they are doing good. Oh, there's a lot of people pushed down. Gary Goodlord gets it past the 35 there. Or gets it past the 30, sorry. He's at the 32. Well, the referee's spotting a knee early. That tackle went forever. So forgive me for saying the 35. And it's Jeff Forshot looking to burn up clock. 5 minutes, 30 seconds left. The Rollers with a 13-point lead. 1st and 10. It's a handoff up the middle. And what a first down to the 45 run. Garrett Rinser continues to get her done. And the Gators need 3-and-out stops badly. 1st and 10 at the 44. August Half-Price play action over the middle. It's caught by Camilo Pailoni at the 43 of the Gators side of the field. And a risky pass there, honestly. But the Rollers continue to pour it on. Forshot is sacked by David Rains. And the Rollers push back to the 50. That's David Rains' second sack of the game. Twin tight end dive form for the Rollers. 2nd and 15. It's a Booker Trayton Jr. outside run. Great lead blocking, and Booker is out of here at the 10. Touchdown Rollers. And they're going to be back to a 20-point lead. Look at that. Amazing run blocking there on that outside run. Like, what can you do about that? And with only 3 minutes, 43 seconds left in the game, the Rollers are looking like they will represent the Over Here division at the Normal Bowl. Yeah, the Gators back down to a 3-score deficit. With this little time left, they basically need to only throw Hail Marys and maybe an onside kick, maybe in order. Kyle Borger kicking back off to the team. Kyle Borger with 1 touchdown this game, and I'm going to not provide any further context to that. David Fizzlebeef at the 3. He's got blockers, gets a stiff arm, but can't get it to the 30. First and 10 for the Gators at the 28. They need big yardage on every play. And they'll hand it off to Kelly Olijuwova up the left side of the field. Gets a stiff shoulder tackle. First down to the 40. A fantastic run, but I don't think this is a great usage of time for the Gators. Three minutes, 11 seconds remaining in the game. Nathan Sittler in as the running back. Howard looking to throw, gets a nice pass to Pete Moss, and the ball is loose! Gators recover for a first down, though. Nathan Sittler falling on the ball. Again, that could have been worst case scenario. Now, the Rollers have the most forced fumbles of any team in the league, and that's their second one. Of course, the first forced fumble coming from a David Fizzlebeef kick return. Howard in the shotgun at the 40 of the 47 of the Rollers. Gators, the Rollers send 6 over the middle of the field as Travis Payne to the 35 for first down. A big blitz there from the Rollers. And Travis Payne picks up the first down. We've hit the 2-minute warning. The Gators are now running out of options. Howard with Fizzlebeef beside him. Rollers send 4, and it's another sack. This time it's Owen Cantwell getting his first sack of the game. Gators hurriedly getting back to their spots. Howard once again trying to throw. The Rollers just blitzing every single play because it keeps working. That time the Rollers sending 5. And visible frustration on Graham Howard's face there as he had to throw it away again. Third down conversion for the Gators. Fizzlebeef, the back. Howard looking to throw. The Rollers send 6 and overthrown to Travis Payne. Incomplete. The Rollers sending 5, sending 6, sending 5. They are blitzing. They know it works. They know the Gators don't have an answer for it as they now have a 4th down. And with the Rollers wasting so much time, they have only solidified their visit to the Normal Bowl. Howard in the pocket, throws it up deep to a double-covered Albert Presale, and it's blocked away, turnover on downs. And with a minute 34 remaining, the Gators AI will use all 3 of their timeouts, but there's not enough time, and the Gators' 8-2 season will end in the playoffs. Goal line formation here for Darius Peppershaker. He gets through the line for a 7-yard gain. Another Darius Peppershaker handoff. This time for it's a first down, despite Calvin Madman's best efforts. Minute 14 left to play and counting. Darius Peppershaker. Matthew Hart Bishop. Almost unable to tackle him. He was holding him by the waist as Peppershaker was dragging him along. And it took about 4 yards to tackle him. And they're saying Booker Trayton Jr. is the player of the game. 4 carries, multiple catches, and at least 2 touchdowns. Incredible work. Who was that? That's Iman Pants Shorts getting the hands off. So the Rollers, they're not doing the victory formation yet because they know the AI knows that the Gators have all 3 of their timeouts remaining. As we get a name on Pants Shorts, first down. And the Gators not using their timeout, so this will be game. And the Rollers, in their inaugural season with their polarizing Wonder Kid offense, has gotten them to the Normal Bowl. The question is, who will they be facing? Chris Queen getting a handoff to the 30 to end the game. And man, the Rollers well-deserving 48-28 victory. No turnovers whatsoever for the Rollers. They played a nice, clean game. They played to their strengths. And that is the kind of team that makes it to the Normal Bowl. Let's go to the... I've kind of wanted to stop doing this because I think it slows down the pace of the stream. And we're already 7 minutes over going to the next game. But yeah, Jeff Forshaw playing a great game. 119 passer rating. Graham Howard only throwing a 71. But those 3 interceptions definitely cutting into it. Both of them throwing 3 passing touchdowns. Your rushing leader was Kelly Olajuwon with 67 yards. Booker Trayton Jr. not too far behind him in second with 61. Your receiving yards champion is Pete Moss, 10 receptions for 186 yards. Camila Piloni in second with less than half of those receptions, 4 for 128. Still amazing work. Oh man, your defensive interceptions, Jacob Wayover, Carter Amon, Blake, and Walter Kiteflyer, each getting amazing interceptions that changed the entire face of this game. If you're looking at somebody, if you're looking at the one player that got the Rollers to the Normal Bowl, I think you're looking at Jacob Wayover. That knee-sliding interception to close out the first half utterly, completely derailed the momentum of the Gators and changed this game from a defensive slugfest into one where the Rollers completely and without any doubt became the best team of today.